Hello everybody. Thank you very much for helping our project. You will find forms of help in the description of this video. Dear viewer, we kindly ask you to give your thumbs up. Your like is essential for the development of the project GURU.Markets. We will look at the main fundamental indicators of the company THERMO FISHER Scientific Inc., ticker TMO. The review was created on the basis of data as of June 4, 2024. By classification GURU.Markets company THERMO FISHER Scientific Inc. belongs to the subcategory. Mid-analysis, 76 organizations take part in the assessment. This is very representative. Let's start with summary data for the company. If you are interested, you can pause it. We invite you to take a closer look at all the indicators of the company under study. Access to the table with the classification of company tickers is free and open. Thank you for your repost and other support. It's all extremely helpful in further work. Market capitalization of the company THERMO FISHER Scientific Inc. is $217.42 billion. With a subcategory capitalization of $789 billion. THERMO FISHER Scientific Inc. accounts for a share of 27.562% and is one of the leaders in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $46.08 billion. And the balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory is $184 billion. THERMO FISHER Scientific, TMO, accounts for a share of 25.022%. Having made a comparison of the shares occupied by the exchange and book value, we see the following. Occupied share THERMO FISHER Scientific, TMO, in the subcategory when assessing stock market capitalization is 27.562%. The book value is 25.022%. This is 9% less than the share of stock market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of the market and book value of the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The analyzed organization's financial liabilities amount to $35.945 billion. Debt-to-book capitalization represents 78% of the company's equity. Rating based on the level of the company's debt obligations. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's stock price to earnings ratio is 36.5. The average for the subcategory is 59.2 and this is 38% lower than the average for the subcategory. An assessment of the company's market price to earnings ratios in comparison with those in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. Profit for the last 12 months was $6,034 million. Future earnings for the coming 12 months are expected to be $8,214 million. 36.1% more than at the current moment. Assessment of projected future profits in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's value to revenue ratio is 5.1. The subcategory average of 3.9 is 31% higher than the subcategory average. Assessment of the stock market value to its revenue in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $42,490 million. Projected revenue for the next 12 months is tentatively expected to be $57,840 million. 36% more than now. An assessment of the projected future sales indicator in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The margin is 14.2%, with an average for the subcategory of 6.6%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 7.6%. Profitability assessment in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of personnel in the subcategory is 17.64%. This is 56% less than the market capitalization share. This reflects the imbalance in the organization's market price. THERMO Fisher Scientific, TMO, probably towards revaluation. The amount of capital per company employee is $1,782,000. And for the subcategory $1,141,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 56.2%. Estimation of the volume of market capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The profit for each employee of the company is $49,500. The average for the subcategory is $19,300. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 157%. Estimation of profit per individual company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's sales volume per employee is $348,000. By subcategory $291,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 20%. Estimation of revenue per individual employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The volume of sales transactions corresponds to 0.7%, with an average for the subcategory of 3.5%. This is an assessment of the possible risk of a short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 43% for the company THERMO Fisher Scientific Inc. In the subcategory, the RSI level, 14, is 47%. Technically, subcategory securities are quoted in the same way as company shares. THERMO Fisher Scientific, TMO. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price. THERMO Fisher Scientific, TMO, and subcategory companies. We see that over the past 12 months the company's shares. THERMO Fisher Scientific Inc. showed a change of 9.7%. Against price dynamics for the subcategory -12%. This does not clearly indicate anything, but it is necessary to take note of this fact. Overall result: 2 out of 10 points. The average score for the subcategory is 0 points. If you look very broadly, within the entire market as a whole, you can see that the average result for the entire US stock market as a whole is 0.3 points. Against a 2-point rating for the company THERMO Fisher Scientific, TMO. Let's look at the order table, which is available to everyone. The link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all decisions by the information system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and free. Link in the pinned comment. As a result of the analysis of the company's shares. THERMO Fisher Scientific Inc. Information and Reference System GURU. Markets, the following decision is made. Do not open a deal, because THERMO FISHER Scientific Inc. This is not the most undervalued company in the subcategory. Thank you to the public for watching this video and for using the information system. GURU.Markets. You are all truly the best audience.